Good afternoon, sports fans. It's Raphael Esparza from DocSports.com giving you another episode of Ask a Bookie. It's Wednesday. It's Thanksgiving Eve, if people want to call it like that. Hopefully your house smells good, like for pumpkin pies or some other good stuff in the oven to get ready for tomorrow. But this is the Wednesday show. No show for Friday, for Black Fridays. It's just too much going on with football on TV, college basketball, NBA, soccer, a whole bunch of stuff on Black Friday, so we won't be able to do a show on Friday. But we sorry for the late delay. We had a media hit that called us this morning and wanted to know if we could jump on. So I said for sure. So I wanted to jump on. So I had a great media hit for Lexington, Kentucky. So thank you for all those people over there. But should be a fantastic show. We're going to talk about some Thanksgiving football. We're going to talk about what's going on over the weekend between college and NFL. I'll throw out a free NFL free play for you guys, and also a college football free play. A college football will be on Saturday, and of course NFL free play will be on Sunday. Don't forget to check me out over on Doc Sports YouTube. We released a video today of a free play of for the Bears Lions game. The first game tomorrow. We're gonna take the Lions get their first home win over the Bears. So check out my YouTube free play over on that one. Had some nice winners during the week. Had a bad loss last night with the Oregon Ducks as our free play went down in flames, but our pay play went down in flames too, because we also had UCLA +7 last night against Gonzaga, and Gonzaga just put a butt whooping on them. But we'll bounce back in college basketball. We have one play today. Really like today's game in college basketball. A whole bunch of college basketball players, just too many to pick through. Didn't want to pull the trigger on a lot of them. Just going to wait to see how these football games play out, and we'll see what we're going to play this weekend in college hoops. But let's get going with on Thanksgiving. 3 games in NFL, 2 games in college football. So make sure you shop around, because some of these numbers are all over the place. Not the first game between the Bears and Lions. Bears pretty much 3. Andy Dalton's supposed to be the quarterback for this game. The total is 41.5. Looks like it's going to be a very snooze fest, low scoring game. I already told you I kind of like Detroit to win their first game on this one. So that's what I'm looking to play. I don't think it's going to go up to 3.5. I would not be shocked if Lions money comes in. If you like the Lions, I say hurry up and grab that +3. It would not be shocked if this one goes down to 2.5. I think the betting public will bet the Lions tomorrow morning. Second game, Vegas versus Dallas. It's anywhere. This one's, so you can get 3 numbers. You can get 7, 7.5, and 8. So again, make sure you shop around and get the best number as possible, because you can get 3 different numbers. And there was even a 9 on a global offshore book that has 9 on Dallas. So you could get 7, 7.5, and 8. So make sure you get the best number. If you like Dallas, try to get that 7, 7.5. If you like the Raiders, try to get that 8 or even that one lonely 9 that's out there. So that should be interesting. I have no opinion on this game right here. I think it's going to be a close game. Would not be shocked if it's a high scoring game as well, but no opinion on that game at all. And then the late game, Buffalo and New Orleans. I think we see a defensive battle game. Still probably no Kamara for the Saints. I had the Saints on Sunday thinking he was going to play. He didn't play, and we lost that ticket. So I'm just going to say I kind of like the under in this one. If you can get 46, grab it, because I think the betting public's going to bet this under, especially when Kamara is probably not going to play this game. We're not sold on the Saints offense as of late, and Buffalo's defense is really good. So if you can grab that 46 on the under, say hurry up. I think the total, I think the spread will probably stay around 6, maybe some 5.5. That some Saints money comes in late tomorrow. Sometimes a home dog will get some action on a late TV game. So it's going to be very interesting to see what this goes. I highly doubt we're going to see 7 on the Bills. So I think that's the best way to go. Wait for that. It's a late game. It's the 8:20. So wait to see what the betting public does on this one and see if you can pounce on the best number that you are actually looking for. So again, this is Raphael Esparza for another episode of Ask a Bookie. I apologize for the late start as we had a media hit that came out of nowhere from us. So we had jumped on it, and that's why the late start. But wanted to do a Wednesday show because we're not doing a Friday show because of Black Friday. Still have family and stuff like that. So we'll bounce back and have a Monday show, Monday Night Football show between Washington and Seattle. So again, check me out on another episode of Ask a Bookie on Monday, as we'll have another Monday night football show. It should be fun and excited. If you have any questions, feel free to chime on in. If you have a sports betting question, if you have a football question for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we have a full range of football games. If you have a college basketball question, NHL, NBA, feel free to fire away. I love answering to all you guys' questions. We had a great show on Monday. Had some great questions. So hopefully, guys can continue watching the show. I love doing this. I love talking to all the bettors out there. If you're not a doc sports guy, if you're just a sports betting guy or sports Twitter guy, or whatever, sports gambling guy, fire away. Like I said, I'm just trying to be quickly and honest on all my approaches when I do these shows. I love answering all the questions as you guys fire away. So again, feel free to chime on in and ask any questions as possible. Because like I said, this is your guys' show. It's your half hour. You can ask me anything you want. Like I said, it's all about talking to the public, talking to the bettors, and trying to see if we can make some quick cash for you guys at the window. So let's get going on Thursday's two college football games. The Egg Bowl, Mississippi State. This one's jumped around. Opened up at 1. Mississippi State's -2, 1.5. Somewhat there is a 2.5 out there. Global. So I think Mississippi State money will probably continue to come on in, just because who knows where Lane Kiffin's going to go. If he's going to stay at Ole Miss, if he's going to jump over to Florida, if he's going to jump over to Miami, USC, NFL, who knows? Well, Lane Kiffin, I think a lot of players might be thinking about that. So kind of like Mississippi State on this one. I missed the -1. I'm waiting to see if we can get some Ole Miss money. It is the 7:30 game on Thanksgiving, so you have plenty of time on this one. It's not the early game like the Fresno State San Jose State game. We'll talk about that one next, but that should be interesting. And then the first college football game on Thursday is Fresno State San Jose State, another Mountain West battle up there. Fresno State opened up around 8, now it's down to 7.5. I want to wait to see how low. There is a couple sevens out there. I'm going to see how low this one will get. I was looking to play Fresno State and the over. The total's already moved a point. It opened up at 51.5. It's 52.5 right now. So I'm going to wait to see what it looks like. I'm looking to play Fresno State or the total. I kind of like to see what both of them are going to end up at. So we'll see what the line movement is tomorrow. So it should be a fun thing. Don't forget, if you are a Doc Sports guy, we are releasing our football plays today. It's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not on Thursday because it's a holiday. Doggy Dandy, do all small books lay off some of their exposure on certain sports or games with other books? Back in the day, they used to a lot. I don't know that answer right now, but I remember back in the day, especially in the casinos, used to do it when there were tons of sports books that did their own numbers. When I worked at Caesar's Palace, just in a corner where we used to work with, Caesar's Palace did their own numbers. Imperial Palace across the street did their own numbers. Mirage did their own numbers. Harrah's across the street did their own numbers. So there was rumors that some of their bosses were running back and forth to lay off some of the actions. I used to see it all the time. I remember when the Palms Casino did their own numbers, those owners used to lay off some of their actions. So I would say yes. I don't know how much of that is true now these days, because now there's not that many small books anymore. They're pretty much owned by something. But I would think if you're a small book and you have a lot of exposure, I'm sure that probably still happens. But I just don't hear about it as much as I did back in the 1990s when I first got in this industry. But that's a great question. Saw it all the time in the 90s, in the early 2000s. So that did exist. Chops, what's going on? How strong do you feel about 8 unit on Sunday? I like it. I was hoping it looked the number would go as well as it did. The numbers actually moved in our favor for that play. So I really do like it. I was hoping. I had this game circled for about a couple of weeks. Then some injuries happened, so I kind of threw it to the side, and then the injuries finally caught up. And so I actually like this play, Chops. I'm looking, like I said, it's moving towards our favor. I think it's moved, a half a point to our favor. So that's good. So I can't wait to watch it. Should be a great game, and it should be a great game to cash. But hopefully I win. That's nothing I can do. Once I release that play today at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I already I haven't placed a bet on my money yet because I'm waiting to see if I can get a better number. But I will put money on it. there's nothing we can do after we release it and place it. Once I release the play today and I place the bets, then it's all on the players and it's all whatever who wins the game. But I do like it, and I will have some action on it. Doggy Don, anytime. That was a great question. Keep those questions coming in. But man, I missed that, or that I really missed the days in the '90s when there was small, well, I shouldn't say small books, but everyone do their own numbers. Now it's just, I mean, pretty soon, now that the US is into the sports betting business, I can guarantee you in about 10 years, there's only going to be like 3 to 4 lines. It's going to, I would not shock me if FanDuel and DraftKings merge. It's going to be Caesars, MGM, one of the DraftKings, whatever they merge together, and someone else. There's only going to be 4 names. That's why 4 numbers everywhere in the United States. That's why I tell people global books ain't going to go anywhere because the way people buy books and the way Caesars is buying people and MGM and all that is good. There's always going to be action for global books offshore because you need outs. And I always say that you need more than one out. So if you live in the States and your state only provides William Hill or Caesars, whatever they call them now, or MGM, and they have -6, and you're looking to take the other side, but everyone offshore or global has +7. So I would take the 7. Why would you take a bad number? So I always say try to have as many outs as possible when you're sports gambling. Now, if you're just looking to have fun and bet like my twin brother who just bets $20 and $10 to kick it around because he worked all day and he's going to sit at home on the couch and bet games and he care less about what number it is, then yeah, it doesn't have to happen for me. He just doesn't need as many outs as I do. Now, for me, when I'm just looking to try to bet the best number as possible, I'm trying to have as many outs as I can. So if I can get that best number, it's just like I said, it's always talking about the stock market. So you're always looking for a number. I could care less what the number on the jersey is. I could care less what the last name on the jersey is. I am looking to get the best number as possible and try to win that and cash that ticket. Some days I lay off on it. Some days I try to get a middle. I've tried to get middles all the time. But like I said, that's why I'm always stressing about having more than multiple outs when it comes to sports gambling. But that's a great question, Don D. Thanks for chiming on in. Hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. Hope everyone has a fun time with their family. I'll be watching sports pretty much all day. And I got to do some prop bets for the global books that I work for. So I'll be grading prop bets and trying to think of some crazy ones over the weekend. So that's what I'll be doing pretty much all day tomorrow and the weekend. So it should be a fun weekend. This Friday's football card looks really soft. It really is. How come there's not that many late games? There's only one Washington State, Washington. I remember back in the good old days when Oregon State always played on Friday. Not Washington State's playing, but Indiana, Purdue sometimes would play on a Friday. How come there's only one late game? I know some great college basketball games, but when I'm thinking about Thursday and Friday on Thanksgiving and Black Friday, I think of football. No disrespect to college basketball, NBA, and NHL, but I always think of football. So I was hoping there would be better games. East Cincinnati, East Carolina. I was hoping that was going to be a 5:30 game. That game's a 3:30 game. Cincinnati's 14-point favorite on the road against East Carolina. The total is 58. Thought the total was a tad too high on this one. I kind of like ECU. I think they can cover this one. They're quietly having a good season. They play really good defense. They recruit well, and I know Cincinnati's coming off a big game last week where they moved up in the rankings. Now they're 4th in the rankings because that big blow off against SMU. But they're going to sleepwalk on this road game. So I think East Carolina can hang around, and I do see Cincinnati winning this game, but would not shock me if the Pirates of ECU covered this one. That was a little bit tad high. So I'll take the plus 14. Do I think it's going to change? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see 14.5 or 15. I think if we would have saw that already, we would have. Pretty much 14s are all across the board. Totals 58, 57, and 57.5. There's about 3 numbers out there. So make sure you get the best number out there as possible, but that should be interesting. But some of these other games on Friday, just huge numbers. Colorado, Utah minus 23.5 after the butt whooping they did against Oregon. Are they going to have a sleep effect and maybe not cover that one against Colorado, even though Colorado struggles on offense. TCU, Iowa State is a big number to Iowa State minus 15. But while we're talking about college football, let's do the free play for you guys right now. Our college football free play is coming out of another good rivalry game of Virginia Tech. Virginia is at home in this game. We'll take the Cavaliers at home minus 7 against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, you just can't wait for the season to get over. They're looking for a new head coach. They're looking to try to turn things around. They had an awful season. They've struggled on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. So I just think Virginia is probably the best way to go on this one. I know we're laying a touchdown, but again, I think Virginia Tech just can't wait for the season to be over with. So we're going to take the Cavaliers over the Hokies. Don't tell a good friend of mine that's Virginia Tech grad that I'm betting this game, but I'm going to take the Cavaliers over Vatech. Vatech has covered only 4 of their last 11 games. They looked really, really bad in the second half against Miami. Even though they hung around, I know they beat Duke, but that was at home. But on the road, they lost to BC, only scoring 3 points. They lost to They lost to Syracuse, Pitt, Notre Dame. So I just think Virginia is the way to go on that one. So that's my college football free play for you guys. Virginia minus 7 over the Hokies of Virginia Tech. Matt, how do you feel about the Dallas Vegas game? I had no opinion on it. I did look at that softly a little bit. I thought that the matchup would have been different when I did look at it. I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of points scoring this one. I think this one could go over. I'm just not sold on the Raiders right now. That's why I wanted to take Dallas, but I didn't want to wait. Was that still 3 numbers? Did I say 7? If I can get a solid 7, then I might take Dallas. Maybe if Dallas first half, but man, there's 7.5, 8 out there. I think this one. I think we see a lot of points, even though the total has come down from 54 to 51. I think we see a lot of points on this one. I know Zeke's probably going to play for Dallas. I think they'll be able to run the ball against the Raiders. I'm leaning towards Dallas small, but I would play probably the over. I'm waiting to see how low this one goes because I said the total has been dropping. Let's see. I would wait. I wait. I don't think we're gonna see 7 anymore. I'm hoping we do see Matt 7 on this one. I just don't think we will. I mean, it opened up 7, quickly got bet up to 7.5. And most of those 7.5s are just moving the juice around. Now, if you can get 7.5 even money, I would say probably take that because I do see who has 7 even money. DraftKings has Dallas minus 7 even money. 2 Global Books has 7.5 even money, and then Circa has 7.5 minus 105. I think that's okay because I don't think we're gonna see 7 on that one. So I would say probably grab the 7.5 before it moves to 8. I think we see 8 before we see 7. So my book has 7. Well. I like your book. I wish I had your book because none of my books have 7 minus 120. And may I ask what book do you use? Because I can always use another out. Because let me check all my books. Let me make sure. I don't want to lie and say my book doesn't. Yeah, see, most of mine all have 7.5s. 2 of them have 8. Like I said, Bet Online, which I do have, has minus 9. But that's just a prop bet of theirs. So I would love to grab 7. So if you have 7, take it. So that's a great number, Matt. Like I said, I would love to know what book you have because I would love to grab on that 7 minus 120 on that one. But good luck on that one. Kim, what's going on? I love the Bears plus 3.5 tomorrow. Dalton gets it done. How about playing his former team? I hope you're right because one of my global books that I do odds for, I put up an odds prop a couple months ago. What would the Detroit Lions get their first win against? And everybody bet Thursday, the Thanksgiving game against the Bears. So I am hoping and praying that you are correct, Kim, that the Bears win tomorrow because we will lose if the Lions win. So for a guy that's looking to get some money from his global places, he's looking for the Bears on that one. So I hope you're right, Kim. Even though I think that I do believe the Lions steal this one, but I will be cheering at heart for the Chicago Bears plus 3.5 tomorrow. Wesley's doing. Who would you take in NHL today? I take a couple plays in NHL. I can't remember. Let me pull it up. I played an under today. Yeah, I played. What was it? I played a couple ones. I like the Blues against Detroit. Oh, I like the Rangers today on the road against the Islanders, -120. The under in the Vegas Nashville game. I almost pulled the trigger on Colorado puck line. I had a puck line winner last night. So those are the ones that I wanted to. I might play Carolina on the road against Seattle. I don't want to lay -140 or -135. I was hoping to get -130. It is a 10 o'clock game, so those are the ones I'm actually looking for in NHL. Wesley, hopefully, Wesley, you have a fantastic evening and a great Thanksgiving. Kim, what about the Bills versus Saints? Any thoughts? Under with Kamara not playing, probably for the Saints. I had the Saints last week, and I thought he was playing. He doesn't play, and it screwed me. So if he doesn't play, he didn't play, he didn't practice yesterday, and I heard he didn't practice today. That means he's probably not going to play. I just think that Saints offense is so much different when he's not in there. I know they're getting Montgomery back today, but I would say the under on that one. I wanted to take the Saints plus the points. Drew Brees comes back home. I think they're honoring him at a halftime or something like that. But with no Kamara and that offense still question mark, I just can't put my money on the Saints. But I'm going to probably look at the under small on that one, Kim. So good luck, Matt. Baltimore, Cleveland under is my thoughts. Yours? I kind of like that. I mean, last time they played, Baltimore put up a huge number up them. So that one kind of scares me. Cleveland's just all big up. I know they got Chubb back, but you figure Lamar Jackson will be back for this game. I would wait, or I'm gonna say I would hurry up and bet that one because it is moving. What was it 45.5 now? It was 46. Let me switch my screen because I still had it on hockey. It's 46 versus 45.5. So I would say try to get that 46, Matt, or 45.5, because it would not be shocked if the betting public continues to bet it down. I agree. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I'm leaning towards Baltimore with Lamar coming back. I think the head games of Cleveland is starting to get to them. When when Baker's wife is sticking up for him on social media, it's usually not a good thing. So I agree, Kim. Mayfield playing. Yes, he is playing. I'm saying last time I did check, he was playing. Let me check the injury report. Mayfield. Yeah, it says probable on Sunday. Both his knees are jacked up, his shoulders jacked up. Lamar Jackson's supposed to be playing. So, I mean, if you look at everyone's question availability for this one, it's just through the roof on that one. So, with Lamar Jackson playing, I would say probably that's the way to go on that one. But I think under is the play. With Chubb being back for Cleveland, you figure they're going to probably want to run the ball. And, Baltimore wants to run the ball. So, Matt, I think the under is probably the way to go on that one. So it should be a fun game. It should be a great late Sunday night game. So I'm excited to watch that one. So it should be fantastic. Matt, New England feels strong at 6.5. Great defense lately. I agree, Matt. Everyone, I said this last week or Monday. Everyone knows that my Super Bowl pick this year was the New England Patriots to win it all. So everyone laughed at me when the season started. Everyone thought it was the biggest joke of the world. And boy, do I look pretty good right now, because I think they're probably playing the best football right now in the AFC. You just said it right there, Matt. They have a great defense. They're running the ball, and Mac and Cheese is not doing those stupid rookie quarterback mistakes, throwing interceptions, just tossing it up there. He's controlling the game at his own pace. They're running the ball, and you said great defense. So I agree. I have not pulled the trigger on it. I probably will. I was hoping to see maybe get 6. This one opened up like months and months ago, 3. So I am a little bit shocked that it's with that number open up but Tennessee has just been awful with no King at the backfield. So I agree. So yeah, probably New England. New England's going to be probably a number one book killer. So I can guarantee everyone's going to be teasing New England. with other plays for Sunday. So I can guarantee you the books won't be looking for New England to win because there'll be a big book killer if New England covers and covers teasers and parlays. That'd be a bad outcome for the sports books on Sunday, which the sports books have crushed it since Halloween Sunday. I think the books have won 3 straight weekends, 3 straight Sundays and Mondays, and cleaning up because of the road. The road team has been dominant. Mac Jones, Rookie of the Year. I would not shock me the way he's been playing as of late. And if they continue to win games, let's say get the number 1 seed in the AFC, whatever, it would not shock me if Mac and Cheese gets Rookie of the Year. So it should be a fun and rest of the football season. But keep on firing away. These questions are great. I'm going to be on for probably about 5 to 10 more minutes. I have another media hit at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so I got to get ready for that. So check me out. I'll be on California today on the media. I got to do some couple ones, New Mexico, ESPN. So I got a couple media hits I got to do today. Since everyone media I usually do on Thursday, all wanted me on today since tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So a little crazy, but let's talk about a little Saturday. Oh, let's do the NFL free play. My NFL free play for you guys is the big game on Sunday late afternoon between the Rams and the Green Bay Packers. And we're going to take the under 48 on this one. Aaron Rodgers and his COVID toe, as they're calling it now these days. If you figure they're probably going to run the ball. You figure the Rams defense is going to want to control the tempo, and they're going to try to run the ball. I just thought the total opened up at 50, now 48. There is some 47.5. I think this could be a dead under game. Green Bay's first 11 games this year, 8 of them have gone under the total. Their defense has been surprisingly good. I mean, I can keep on telling people that the way the Packers have been playing defense is the reason why they got their record it is. And that last time we saw Green Bay at home, they held the Seahawks to 0 points, 17-0. Now, are we going to see that type of game? Probably not, but I do believe it's going to be a dead under game. So I'm going to take the under in the Green Bay Rams game, under 48. I will take 47.5. 47, I might want to look past that. And that one, I probably wouldn't pull the trigger on 47. But if you can get 48 and 47.5, I would definitely pull that one. So that's my free play in the NFL for you guys. The under 48 Rams at Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers' COVID toe. I like that COVID toe thing that they're calling on it. Matt, Pitt and Cincy, so many injuries. Do you have a lean? Nope. A lot of people like Pittsburgh on this one. I passed on this one. You just said it. So many injuries. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense, until they get healthy, I don't know if I can play them. There's just so many holes on their defense. So nothing on that one. You said it on typing it. So many injuries. I'm going to pass on that one. Any 7-unit plays this weekend? Nope. As of right now, I don't have any 7-unit plays. I think I have a 6 in college and my one and only 8-unit play in the NFL. I only play one of those a year. I'm not like a lot of these other handicappers. I have an 8-unit total game in the year, an 8-unit side play of the year, an 8-unit playoff game in the year. I just have one and only, except in college football. I do have a college football, and then I also have a bowl game. 8-unit game of the year that I've been doing ever since Stock Sports. But I only release one game of the year in per sports. I don't release many of them like other people on social media and other sites. Wesley, Ohio State versus Michigan. What are your thoughts? We'll love to see Khakis finally win a game against Ohio State, but it's not going to be this year. I think Ohio State is just so good. What they did against Michigan State last week, I was impressed. I'm not the biggest Ohio State fan. They've always been a thorn in my eyes when I worked in the sports books because they always played the early game. So I had to listen to OHIO chants every early morning on a Saturday before. I even had my second cup of coffee in me. So that's why I have a little bit dislikement of Ohio State because they bothered me for 13 years in sports books. But I was really, really impressed last week when they beat up on Michigan State. So I would not shock if this one goes up to 9. There is two 8.5s out there. I would not be shocked if we see a solid 9 Ohio State. Maybe if it goes more than 9, I might have to look at Michigan. Boy, I would love to get Michigan plus 10. But, I'm not sold on Michigan. Again, I would love to see Jim Harbaugh finally win against Ohio State, but I just don't see it happen. Again, I was impressed Oh, and how Ohio State played last week. Kim, 6 unit play, then it sure a win. I hope so. I mean, like I said earlier, I do my own numbers. I research all my plays. I release them, and after I hit send, or actually I hit the button when I actually bet them, something I can do. So I like my 6 unit play. I love my NFL play as well this year. My 6 unit plays in college football. So, but I also loved my play last week when I had the Oregon Utah game going over the total. Was I shocked that Oregon only scored 7 points in that game? Yes, I was completely shocked because I got all the points I needed from Utah. They scored 38, but I didn't. I thought for sure Oregon would at least put up 17 points or more in that game. Didn't get it, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And like I said, if I won all my sports bets, I wouldn't be working this hard, doing odds and releasing plays and doing media stuff and stuff like that. I would be sitting back in my yacht, having someone cook my Thanksgiving dinner while I sip champagne all day long when I'm watching college basketball. But that's not how it goes. But hopefully, all my plays, like I say, I release them. Hope all my plays win. Kim, that's all I can do. I was hoping UCLA would have showed up last night. I had UCLA over Gonzaga plus the 7, and that game was over before I even got my hot chocolate made. That game was already over. Gonzaga whooped them, but I really like both my plays. I especially like my NFL play this week because I've had this NFL game circled for almost 3 to 4 weeks. I can't remember. I don't have a calendar in front of me. The matchup came, then the number came in as I thought it would be, and it actually moved towards our favor. So that's even more. It gets me more excited for that match. Chargers, Denver at home, season on the line, dude, for a big win. I just don't know what Chargers team I'm going to get. They're probably one of the most frustrating team to bet on this year in the NFL. They look good one day, they're like horrible the next game. They have really no home field advantage because every time they have a home game, the visiting team has more fans in the stands. But I agree. I think they play better on the road, and I'm just not sold on Teddy Two Gloves over at Denver. So I would say if I had to go quarterback per quarterback, give me the Chargers on Sunday. But boy, they're just a head scratching team. I think this one continues to drop. I think the betting public is going to bet Teddy Two Gloves. I would wait. You might be able to get a 2 or maybe even a 1.5 on this one. It's a late afternoon game, so wait on that one. Maybe you can get a better number on the Chargers, but that's what I would say I'm leaning towards. Probably not going to play it. Kim, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for your thoughts. Let's win big this weekend. Kim, thanks for chiming on in. Let's all cash this weekend, not just myself. Let's all have a very good Thanksgiving weekend. Kim, hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much and don't shop too much on Black Friday, and have a safe holiday weekend. Not just to Kim, but everybody that's chimed on in to watch this. But I'm going to jet out. Don't forget to check me out on Monday for another episode of Ask a Bookies. We'll talk about Monday Night Football, college hoops, NBA. Should be a fantastic Monday show. You guys all have a fantastic rest of the week. Have a safe Thanksgiving. Have a great Black Friday. Support those local businesses out there on Saturday. Be safe. And again, the number one rule in sports gambling, please don't bet what you don't have. Have a great weekend, guys.